Midland Legacy, the old at home this week, so that means it is our game of the week, which is perfect because the Rebels are coming off a shutout loss to Allen last week and need a big-time bounce-back performance. The opportunity comes against a familiar opponent in Euless Trinity. Tyler Dupnick is out of us down Broadband Stadium with more from this week's Week 2 battle.
Yeah, good evening, Jenna. A lot of points on the board tonight. These teams, Midland Legacy, Euless Trinity, of course, have history going back to that playoff matchup last season when Legacy beat Trinity 57-55. It's a new group, though, here for the Rebels, and they didn't score anything last week, so with that explosive offense come back tonight on the home turf. Rebel football back at us down Broadband Stadium. Midland Legacy playing host in a playoff rematch to the Euless Trinity Trojans. The Rowdy Rebels looking for something to cheer about in this one, and they would have something to cheer about early on. Second play of the game. Jane Rogers steps in the pocket, airs one out deep. Wide open, Cisco Rodriguez, 69 yards. First points of the season for the Rebels, 7-0 right off the bat. Euless would answer a long touchdown on their own. This is Josh Bell now on the second drive of the game, just getting started on the ground. He gets it in from 4 yards out, 14-7 Trojans. Now 21-7 Euless. Legacy in need of an answer. Jane Rogers uses his feet on the read option and takes it in from 12 yards out, finding pay dirt to answer and get within 7. Plenty of confidence still on the sideline for the Rebels. Next drive, good third down conversions. Here's another one. 3rd and 1. Screen pass over to Aiden Serrano. Serrano for 6.
Aiden Serrano.
And we are tied at 21 at the end of the first quarter. Electric up and down the field. 35-21 the score now. Euless in front. Legacy needing an answer, and they get one. A bomb to Serrano for 47 yards. Oh, you can hear the Rowdy Rebels here. Serrano's celebrating with his teammates, actually knocking down Rogers. Rebels right back in it within 7. But more Josh Bell and the Trojans. His 4th first half rushing touchdown. It's 49-31 Euless at the break. Final score tonight from us down Broadband Stadium. Euless Trinity with the win 63-45. I mentioned in those highlights that were tied at the end of the first quarter, but in the second quarter things kind of unraveled a little bit for the Rebels. Kickoff return for a touchdown for the Trojans. They also got an interception that immediately turned into points. Talked to head coach Clint Hartman afterwards, saying that those kinds of mistakes they just can't afford to make against really good football teams like this. I also asked him about what he's learned about this new group that he's been able to coach so far this season with some really tough matchups they've had so far. And he says the whole point of non-district play is to face tough competition and get better. He was pleased with the performance tonight in terms of how they got better from last week in that shutout loss. They have Lake Travis coming next week, so he said it's another opportunity. That full interview will be on our newswest9.com on the game time tab on newswest9.com, so go ahead and check that interview out later tonight. Really appreciate Coach Hartman giving me some time tonight after a loss. And obviously it was tough for them considering how up and down it was, 63-45, but they learned a lot about themselves, Jenna, but they'll be back next week to try to get a win on the board.